Hello, happy Friday. Claire Ackers here, coming to you live from Sunnybank Mills in Farsley. It's 11:30 on Friday morning. How are you doing? I have got a peppermint tea here in front of me, which beautifully matches my blinds, actually. I'm not sure where my Hurdy mug is, if you're used to seeing that with me. And as always, if you are joining me live, then do say hello in the comments. And if you are catching up a little bit later, then please say hello with hashtag replay. And I hope you are doing okay. September. It has been quite a month, hasn't it? I don't know about you, but I went into September with certain expectations with how it was going to go. After the gauntlet of the summer holidays and trying to manage running a business and my husband running a business and having 3 children, I was expecting September to be all systems go. That feeling of, right, done, new chapter, new school term, got all my new stationery, let's go. And it hasn't quite been like that for me. And I know a lot of my clients and the people that I'm speaking to have been finding something similar. School admin this year has been insane. With 3 kids in school, there are a lot of letters coming home. There's a lot of color-coded charts to make sure that everyone is in the right places for the right clubs. There's a lot of admin to set up the payment systems for all the clubs, and of course, every single one's got a different system to navigate. And a lot of life admin as well. So, boring story, but I wonder if you can relate. My husband and I took the day off yesterday and we sat down and we covered our whiteboard over there with all the life admin things that we needed to sort. House insurance, car insurance, pension, wills, oh God, like just all the things we had to do. And we spent yesterday going at it, and we really didn't get very far, or managed to close off anything really. We've probably got about 20 different items open, but because of various different things, we couldn't actually put a big tick in the box. And it is not my zone of genius doing that stuff. It absolutely is not, but it's got to be done right. And I think that just exemplifies what a lot of people have found throughout September. And usually in September, I find that it's all systems go. People are ready to make decisions and get going. And the reality for many people is it's taken people a while to get back in the swing of things. And if you are not careful, if one is not careful, and by one I mean me, it's really easy to tip into overwhelm. And this is something that I have a tendency to do when life gets too busy. Um, and over the years, I have had to put things in place to safeguard against this, because once I recognize that I'm tipping into overwhelm, then the downward spiral starts, and that is not good for anybody. So a couple of things that have helped me. So hi to Stephen, if you're listening to this, because we had a chat about this in the school playground this morning. One of the things that's really helped me over the years is having 3 non-negotiables for the day. Rather than having a massive to-do list and getting to the end of the day and not having got through half of it and actually added more things onto the list, I've stopped doing that. And I have a 3 non-negotiables thing as well. And when I've done my 3 non-negotiables, I can draw a line under that and have bonus tasks. And I can have as many bonus tasks as I like. But the whole point is that as long as I have achieved those 3 non-negotiables before I go home, I feel like I'm winning, and everything else is just that, a bonus. The other thing that really helps me when I'm tipping into overwhelm is having my essential standards. Now, these are rituals that I have developed to allow me to show up as my brightest and best and deal with the challenges rather than letting them become mountains, insurmountable obstacles that make me feel like I'm as ineffectual as a beetle lying on its back. And I can just deal with these things in turn. as long as I am doing the things that allow me to show up as my best. Um, and it's been so, so important to me to have these things, these checks and balances, these strategies in place this month, which hopefully will make sense when I share what I have been up to this month. So, earlier this month, I ran my free 5-day authentic visibility coaching series. Oh my gosh, I had the best time running this. So, this was me going live, teaching live for 30 minutes a day, Monday to Friday, with a cohort of female entrepreneurs. And we had a cracking cohort sign up for this. Oh my gosh, I just had the best time. I love seeing the light bulbs go off. I love hearing the feedback that people get from what I've been sharing, and I love seeing people taking action and getting results. And we had some brilliant results this week. So, if you were joining me on that coaching series, thank you for being there. And yeah, make sure you join the next one. Um, the next time I am going to be doing a free coaching series will be January. So I'm saving up and doing something a little bit special in January. So if you would like to join me for that, you can join the wait list to get your free place for that. Just send me a message and we will get you on the wait list for that. Um, but as a result of that coaching series, now have my autumn cohort for my signature group coaching program, which is called Audacity Limitless You Academy, which is going to kick off next week. Yeah, I cannot wait for this. It's one of the highlights of my year, being able to kick off a cohort for Audacity. And this is my signature group coaching program, although I deliver it one-to-one as well. But this is for female owners, female entrepreneurs, female business owners who want to achieve authentic self-mastery by learning how to grow an aligned and impactful business. And in this group coaching program, I teach my 6-step formula. It has helped so many people now to level up, and I cannot wait to see what magic is going to unfold with this cohort. Now, we kick off with that next week, and I do have one more space, maybe two more of push. So if you feel like you've missed the boat on that, if you've seen me talking about it and you've been on the fence, we close the doors on Sunday. So this is kind of like your final warning, as it were, or your final invitation to come and join me. And we do have an extended payment plan for that as well. So if you're interested in that, just give me a shout and we can have a little chat. Another thing I've been part of is Leeds Digital Festival. Love, 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 love being part of Leeds Digital Festival. So many events this year, so many amazing quality events, people coming together throughout the city just to celebrate the amazing tech and digital scene that we have in Leeds. Now, I ran my Freedom from Imposter Syndrome workshop. It's the third year I've run it. And I always get over 100 registrants for that, which is incredible, right? Which says to me that it is such an important topic. So I ran that last week. Was it just last week? Turnout was incredible. Participation was incredible. And again, I could see the light bulbs going off for people. And if you were there, thank you for being there. And so many people have reached out to me to say, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that there were so many other people like me who were struggling with imposter syndrome, but also that I didn't need to struggle with it. So thank you to Leeds Digital Festival for welcoming me again. I absolutely adore it. I know every time I share this masterclass, this workshop, it changes lives. And I will be running it again on the 17th of October. Now, you can sign up for that now. So if you would like to join me for Imposter Syndrome, Freedom from Imposter Syndrome workshop on the 17th of October, give me a shout and we will get you registered for that. And as well as that, this week I was lucky enough to be invited to the Female Founders kickoff for the second cohort as part of Bruntwood and platform. Now, this is the second time that Bruntwood have run their female founders incubator. I have been invited to run some mindset workshops for them. It is such a brilliant cohort, and being in that room this week was absolutely incredible. These women who are part of this incubator are going to absolutely change lives with their businesses, and I'm so grateful, feel so privileged to be invited along to help them on their journey. And it is just, again, it's just a brilliant part of the tribe, and it's such a warm, amazing room to be part of. And then later on that day, I got front row tickets to go and see a fireside chat with Stephen Bartlett as part of the Leeds International Festival of Ideas. Now, this is absolutely brilliant as well. And at the start of the month, I was lucky enough to go and visit the venue for my upcoming retreat in November. Now, this is called the Rewilding, and if you haven't heard me talking about it yet, where have you been? But the Rewilding is for women who yearn to remember who they are, and it's all about unleashing your authentic power through connection with nature. Now, I picked a venue for this retreat, which I thought was going to be pretty special. And like I say, I went to go and visit it at the start of the month. It is even better than I possibly could have hoped for. It's stunning. It's nestled in the most beautiful place. We can get up a mountain within 10 minutes. We can be at the lake within 10 minutes. And I cannot wait to run the retreat in November. It's going to be just the most incredible experience, and we've got the most wonderful group of women who are joining me for that. Now, I have one more space for that. If you have seen me talking about that, if you've been thinking about reaching out, please do so, because I'm going to be shutting the doors for that soon. So if you would like to be part of the rewilding, or just like a chat about it, whether it's a good fit for you, reach out now. Don't delay, reach out now. What have you been waiting for? And then as well as that, I have got so many wonderful things cooking with Lean and Leeds. We had Breakfast Club this week, so shout out to the two Emmas for absolutely smashing it with Lean and Leeds Breakfast Club. We are about to kick off our next Women of Excellence Awards, which is my pet project. And that's going to be happening next March. So if you're part of a company that would like to sponsor those awards, please give me a shout. I think they're the highlights. I think they're the biggies. And I got asked the other day, like, literally, how do you do it all? How do you find the time to do all the things? And it is bonkers sometimes. It absolutely is. So as well as all the things that I've mentioned earlier, so the non-negotiables, having the essential standards, I think the key thing for me is that every single thing that I do feeds into my ecosystem. I'm just going to show you this picture here. So apologies if you're listening on the podcast, but this is my business ecosystem. So every single thing that I do is building into my ecosystem. Every strand of all my various different projects is aligned, and they're complementary, and they're all leading in the one direction. So I never feel compromised. I never feel conflicted, because it's all adding up to the big vision. And it keeps the momentum up for me, and helps me make sure that I'm pulling in an aligned direction. And then another thing that really makes a difference for me is allowing people to support me. Now, this has been really hard for me. I'm a self-proclaimed recovering control freak. I always feel like I need to do everything myself. And so what's been a game changer for me, certainly in 2023, is allowing and trusting the right people to support me. So I can stay in my zone of genius and not get pulled into the weeds, which would be so easy with all the stuff going on, right? So I have help with my marketing, I have a virtual assistant, and of course I have my wonderful coach. And investing and allowing these people to support me has been an absolute game changer. And then the third thing I want to mention is my tribe. Surrounding myself with people who light me up and setting boundaries around the people who drain me. And there's had to be quite a lot of that, quite a lot of intentionally setting boundaries, limiting the time that I spend with the drains, essentially. So I really, really try to only spend time with the people who energize me. So I only work with clients who it doesn't feel like work because I like them so much. There's a values match. All the projects that I work in, so in my business, in the workshops I run, and the people I collaborate with, like Bruntwood and Leeds Digital Festival, in the awards, in Lean and Leeds, they're all with people I adore spending time with and energize me. So it doesn't feel like work. It's so, so important to intentionally create your tribe. So I'm going to have a rest this weekend. I am taking my daughter to see Busted, which I'm really, really excited about. And just having a short pause, taking a breath before gearing up for all the exciting things that I have got going on in October. So let me know what you are up to this weekend. Thank you for being here and being here for this conversation, and I will see you very soon.